for both of you, just, WNBA record for an expansion team's first game in terms of attendance. What can you say about the atmosphere as a player?
It was incredible to have a sellout, 19,000. They were in it the whole game. We were down 13 at half and came out in the third quarter with so much energy, and the crowd was so into it. It was so much fun. And we know they were excited about this game, about this season, and we felt that we've been feeling it since we got to training camp. And today was just a great experience, I think, for everybody. So we're really thankful for them. Like I say, the fire pit?
Yeah, the fire pit was really lit. It really was. No, I mean, like what BC said, I mean, just the fan support and how loud it got in that arena tonight. When we came back in the third quarter, and then even when, we had a defensive stop with 1 minute to go in the third quarter, that was probably one of the loudest, things I've ever heard being on a court. And so just the energy that they brought, they never gave up. They always continued to cheer. And so I think just leaning into that and having their support means a lot to us.
When this franchise was awarded to Portland, people talk so much about the great relationship between the fan base and the history of women's sports here. What had you guys heard about that before you got here? And was tonight sort of an introduction to that, viscerally? Did you you learned that maybe it wasn't just just a label, I guess?
Yeah, I think I always heard things here and there about Portland and the women's sports fandom there is here, but never knew too much about it, especially never really being on the West Coast. But I think even this past week, feeling it on social media, feeling it in the city, going on a walk and people recognize me already, and I hadn't even played a game yet. It's just incredible, the amount of support, how excited people were to see us and meet us and be a part of this experience. It's been surreal. So yes, I knew about it, but to experience it is different and something I couldn't even imagine. It was really cool.
Bridget, took you a little while to get going, but hit some big shots in the second half. Is that kind of what people are going to expect from you the whole season, the kind of player you're going to be?
Well, hopefully it doesn't take me long to get going every game.
No, but I mean what you did in the second.
Yeah. No, I just want to be aggressive. I think coach is always in my ear to be aggressive. Obviously, shoot it when I'm open, hunt my shots, hunt my opportunities, and I got some good looks in the second half. Obviously, I want to be super aggressive in the first half too, but I also enjoy playing team basketball, and so I'm going to make the right play no matter what that is. So, I want to be aggressive. I want to be the person that can be relied on to get a shot up if we need a shot. So.
What did both of you make of the, sharing the ball tonight? Obviously, that's a big part of your offense, but 20 assists, only 8 turnovers. Your impressions of how you were able to achieve that.
Yeah, I think that it just shows who we're trying to be and what we're trying to be about. Share the ball, move the ball, and just play together, like Bridget said. And, I think that 8 turnovers, for us, that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to get more than 10 or anything like that. I think that's a good number. But at the end of the day, I think that it shows the little things that we need to improve on and the little things that the offense is obviously there. The assists are there. And so if we can clean up some other things, I think that we're moving in the right direction.
I guess for either of you, but I guess more especially Sarah Ashlee, since you had 13 off the bench. Your guys' bench outscored theirs 35-13. What can you kind of say about the depth of this team and the amount of players that you guys have that can contribute like that?
Yeah, absolutely. The bench is very important, and so coming off the bench, you're trying to bring the energy, bring the spark, and you're trying to make it to where there's no drop off, right? So you're either keeping the score or you're taking the lead with the bench players coming on, and so we're trying to give them some rest and just bring the energy to help them. And a lot of people don't realize how important the bench is for every single team. The starters, yes, they start the game, but if you don't have good bench players that can come off and bring that energy, the starters have to get a blow at some point. And so we're just going to continue to buy in, and that's a team. We're a team, right? And so anybody who can impact the game, come off the bench and do whatever they need to do for the team, that's what's going to happen.
Sarah, Ashlee, we talked at practice the other day about how you guys have gotten close really quickly as a team. I'm wondering if you can talk about how that showed up on the court tonight.
Yeah, I think just the chemistry, and we stayed together. There was no one who dropped their heads tonight. Every single time, either someone made a mistake or even when we got good plays, we were all high-fiving and coming together in our out of bounds, our timeouts and huddles and all that. We really were just trying to give each other ideas and listening. And when you can have a team come together and build that chemistry on and off the court, it's really special to see what can happen on the floor too. And so as long as we just stay together, we're going to have a really fun season.
What do you think those things are that you want to clean up in this game moving forward to the rest of the season?
I think the big thing that stands out is our rebounding, defense rebounding especially. They killed us on the glass. Obviously, Cardoso is a lot to handle in there, and then it gets tipped around. Our bigs have a hard job guarding really big bigs in this league, and so it's the job of the guards to get in there and dig out the messy balls that are kind of 50-50. So definitely clean that up, and that'll help us getting out in transition where, we have fun playing in transition. I think that's the big one. I mean, preseason, our turnovers, I think, hurt us a lot, but we cleaned that up today. So there's definitely been a lot of improvement, I think, even over the last week.
Is fouls another one that because, I mean, a lot of fouls. Is that just kind of a function of how aggressive you guys are as far as the trapping and the stuff that you guys do? Is that something that is just going to come with that, or is that something you can also clean up?
Yeah, I think we can clean it up. There's some where we have them in trap and we just keep them there instead of reaching down. But we want to play aggressive, and that's going to kind of happen with the nature of how we're playing and how the refs are calling the W season so far, which, they are emphasizing some things that, we need to adjust and just be a little bit smarter with. But again, I think it was a little bit better than preseason. We got called we were in bonus every quarter except for one in the 2 preseason games. So I think we'll continue to get better with that as we adjust to the league.
How different do you feel like the rules and how they're calling the game is from last year in both of you guys' perspective?
We know that we had a meeting with the ref, and the refs, they had a council. They talked about how they just want to clean up the game and make it a little bit more helpful for the offensive player to have more freedom of movement. And so as a defender, we have to be able to adjust and know that they're going to call the hand checks, when you're getting in the way of the cut, bumping out cutters. And it's just, a different adjustment that you have to make, and wanting to be aggressive, wanting to make things hard on the offense, but also not overdoing it and getting the silly foul calls. So,
What did both of you make of Carla's grittiness that she showed, getting to the line 12 times, consistently being an energizer?
Yeah, I mean, Carla, she's trying to get downhill. She's so quick. She's very aggressive. I think one thing that I love about her is, things don't really get her in her head or anything like that. She'll make a mistake, or you really never see frustration out of her, right? She's continuing to get downhill, continuing to be a point guard, continuing to get to the rim, and she's doing a really good job. And so being a point guard, it's hard. Having the ball in your hands 24/7, that's hard. I couldn't imagine doing that, right? And so I'm just really proud of her, just continuing to attack no matter what is happening, and then obviously getting to the rim, and getting to the free throw line. That's what you want. At the end of the day, you want to get to the free throw line and get people to get fouls and all that. So she did a really good job with that.
Last call. What is something you guys both gained from this game? I understand you guys didn't come out with a win, but the energy that you guys have, your coach has, the fans have, it still feels like it was some type of win. So if there's anything that you guys feel like you gained.
For sure. I think every game we're going to continue to get better. We're a group that no one has played together before, a new coaching staff. So every single game we're going to continue to grow and learn each other and learn the system and get incrementally better. And there's small wins in every single possession, every single game that we're going to take and run with. And again, the not giving up, the staying together. We want to be really annoying to play against. We don't want any team to enjoy coming here and playing against us. And I think we had that identity already, and we're going to continue that the entire season. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.